Day two of spring practice here at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. I'm Casey Smith, joined by Jacob Benge. We heard from the wide receivers and the linebackers group today. Jacob, who really stood out to you and what did you hear?
Yeah, it really stood out to me getting to hear from Cody Simon. He's someone who's dealt with injuries in the past, but his physicality and his size is something that intrigues me because he's just so bulky. He can chase after a running back, a wide receiver, or anything. And he talked about how he's interested to get back on the field this spring, especially under a Jim Knowles defense that he feels is more comfortable in year two for him, especially in the linebackers room.
Right, with Tommy Eichenberg out dealing with an injury, recovering for that injury, he's getting a lot more time alongside Steel Chambers in that defense. The one guy that really stood out to me, though, Xavier Johnson. He's been a guy that's been around the program for some years, and he was talking about how he really had some doubts about his future at Ohio State. He wasn't sure if he was going to continue playing with the Buckeyes, but there was sort of a moment where it was one of his first couple years, and he goes to the bathroom and he says he's almost crying, and then he comes back, and he said the first time Urban Meyer ever talked to him, he said, "Hey, 49, you can play here someday." And that was still when he was a walk-on. He wasn't even on scholarship yet. And now you look at him, and he catches a touchdown last year in the opener against Notre Dame. Big moment. Now he's playing in the H-back role where he can switch between running back, wide receiver, and he's really stood the course. And he's been sort of a mentor for some of these younger receivers. Marvin Harrison Jr. coming in, now he's a veteran. Emeka Egbuka, when he was coming in, now a veteran. But now some of these freshmen and early enrollees are guys that look up to Xavier Johnson. I expect him to have a little bit of an increased role as sort of like that fourth, fifth receiving option for whoever we see under center for Ohio State. We'll have to find out. That's a burning question here in Columbus. Who's going to take the first snap for the Buckeyes, whether it's Kyle McCord or Devin Brown. But for now, the one guy I do know for sure, Jacob Benge. I'm Casey Smith. This has been a Lantern Sports wrap-up show from the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. Until next time, take care.